Now then guys, how are you doing? Hope everything's okay. I'm Gresmondo and I've decided to make a video on build diversity in 1.4 Division. Pre 1.4 there was basically two roles. There was the tactician who could concentrate on healing, and everyone else was DPS with a shotgun. There was no need for build diversity. It didn't promote build diversity in any way, shape or form like any traditional MMO. It simply was a case of 3 DPS players with one player who had smart cover and heal, and that was pretty much it. And due to the gear sets and the weapons being so unbalanced, it was a case of everyone had to swarm to the meta of DPS, DPS, DPS. So now, given the new state of affairs in 1.4, it's actually quite interesting. I've been experimenting, and I've already made one or two videos now. The last one I did was showing the crowd control function of the Firecrest and the tactician build, and it actually works brilliantly. But not only in a group situation, you can solo with it as well, really well. I was able to set the flame turret at a door and just hang back behind cover, and any rushers, anybody coming through the door got flamed, and I could just, while they're on fire, I could just shoot them dead. I thought it was actually, it wasn't just it was a fun build as well. It was fun to play with. You could use a bit of tactics with it rather than just your usual cover shoot, cover shoot, cover shoot. It was quite fun to play. I think the key to 1.4 and success in 1.4 is experimentation. Now that the gear sets and even the gold pieces now are viable again, it promotes a lot more experimentation and a lot more diversity in builds, and it's gonna hopefully do away with the meta that everybody has to swarm to just to succeed in the game. This can only be a good thing. It just got stale seeing the same people running the same roles and everybody spending hundreds of hours in the game trying to find the same pieces, because they needed that to succeed. It isn't the case now. The videos I'll predominantly doing will be solo play. I have got some footage from 1.4. I was running in a group doing Clear Sky Incursion, and I was running the Firecrest 3-piece, Tactician 3-piece in the group as the crowd control function, which is quite useful in the Clear Sky Incursion, and it did have a role, whereas before, again, like I stated earlier, it was simply a case of, in 1.3 it was just a case of 3 DPS, 1 healer, smart cover, and that was pretty much it, time after time after time. But you can succeed now with build diversity. My final words, I think, will be: don't be frightened to experiment, don't be sheep, don't rush to the meta, spend your time, enjoy the game, and build something that works for you. Obviously this is just in PvE. PvP is a totally different ball game. They've still not worked PvP out brilliantly in my function. I quite enjoy PvP, but it's still not there yet in terms of balance for my liking in PvP. I think as long as you've got the situation where you can be engaged with NPCs and somebody can just come up and shotgun you in the back with 1 or 2 shots while you're not looking, it's never going to be a balanced PvP for me. It needs work, but it's getting there, guys, and I think I've been with the Division since day one and I enjoy it. Through all its iterations in 1.2, 1.3, I've still played it, I've still enjoyed it. It's still my number 1 game. So, and I think personally the devs are definitely on the right track with 1.4, and I'm looking forward to what's coming up with survival and hopefully, as I stated earlier, they'll address the balance issues with PvP. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give me a like.